What is up, everyone? Welcome to our review of some of the most controversial LEGO Star Wars sets out there, if not the most. And that is set number 75421, the Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. It is for A and older, and it comes with 473 pieces. You get two figures, the Rebel Fleet Trooper and the Smart Darth Vader. And looking over at the side of the box, it also shows that smart brick kind of open studs. And the box actually doesn't open like a regular box, so it opens more of just this like top box, and then this is what it looks like. The smart brick just goes in right there. Now the first figure is going to be the Rebel Fleet Trooper. Now this is not a smart minifigure. You can tell by it doesn't have a trash can on the side. And then he is going to have a double-sided face, which is just an angry face. And then the next figure is going to be the Smart Vader. Now, this is one of the worst LEGO Star Wars figures ever. Firstly, you have this extremely small cape. Second of all, you have this stupid Smart Play logo on the back torso. You have a literal trash can on the left arm, and then on the right arm, you have just a 2022 like copyright logo. Like, don't get me wrong, the arm printing is pretty nice, but all this just for a smart brick makes no sense. And then for him to play noises, you're gonna get your smart brick, and then you're gonna shake it up. It's gonna make some noise, and then you're literally just gonna put it like this, and then it should play some noise. So that's the breathing noise. And then the next noise is going to be that. It's literally just like a mumbling toad sounding, like atrocious sound. Sounds awful. The first build is going to be a little rebel kind of outpost. This is literally the only thing to defend from Vader's TIE Advance or whatever they want to call it, TIE Fighter. So first you have this kind of turret, and then it can go up and down. And then it also has this little control panel, and then you have a little satellite that can also turn from side to side, though it does tend to break pretty often. And then nothing else really to show, except you have a few bricks, kind of some planes to show it kind of torn down. And then your Rebel Fleet Trooper could just fit in this little chair with a control panel, and he just sits like so. So pretty basic. It is pretty cool though. And then your next build is going to be this kind of Imperial outpost, I guess, for the TIE Fighter. It's kind of just like a refueling station. So you have these open studs that you can really connect this little blue thing to, and then it's kind of, I guess, like a gas pump. And then you have this little hammer, which I'll show what these do. Okay, so you have your hammer, and then you just put it up this smart brick. And then for the kind of refueling, I guess, gas pump, you just put your little pump up here. And so kind of a cool refueling noise, though I just think it's really useless. Now let's move over to this atrocity of a build. So starting off at the sides, you're going to notice you have these printed pieces. Now this is just like kind of a detailed little, I guess, instead of greebling, they just put this. You can also see how the wings connect. You have these two connection points, and then it's the exact same thing on this side. Now, what I do like about this set, though, is they did kind of round off the wings. It kind of makes it look like a 4+ set, but it also makes it look much more detailed, so it's more smoothed out. Now, looking over at the front, you're going to notice you have these two red dots. Now, these are not actually stud shooters. I'm really surprised they didn't add these stud shooters. It's really weird and strange for LEGO to not do that, or even like just spring-loaded shooters. And then you're going to also see this kind of really, I like how they smooth this out with these pieces. I don't know what they're called. And then you have your little cockpit. So that's just connected on this little clip. And then in there, you have these 4 studs. Now, this is just for Vader to sit down. Now, you do have to take his lightsaber off, and they do not leave a clip at the bottom like they do with microfighters or Obi-Wan's Starfighter. I know had a clip where you can put his lightsaber, so they don't really give room for that, but he does fit in there. You can also take this top part off. Let's say if like he gets stuck back there like that, and then you can just close him up. Then also towards the back, you can see that some people might want to display it like this. I know some kids will not really know how to display it, so if you want to, you could play with it like that, and it makes the build feel a little bit bigger than it actually is. And the last thing before we get into the actual smart brick is towards the back. You can see the entire thing is just wide open. There's nothing to kind of cover up here. I really do not understand why they didn't cover this part up and this part up. Like, I get you have this to put the smart brick in. So you can also see the mechanism where you just put your thumb here and you kind of pull back. It's using that rubber piece, so these red pieces, I'm pretty sure they're new, kind of hit these sensors of the smart brick and then it goes off. So to actually access or make the smart brick play noise, you're just gonna shake it up and then you're gonna put it in that little smart tag. So then it's gonna play those noises. So as you saw, I played that Darth Vader theme, and then you can just lift it up and it starts to make those noises. You can hear Darth Vader talk. So kind of swooshes around. It's not really like motion censored, so it kind of just goes off as it pleases. And then for the guns, you can see like it plays it twice when I only do it once. So yeah, now it thinks that I landed it, but like I said, so you just put it down and then it's gonna land. So yeah, it was a pretty short review. I just wanted to make this review because I had the smart playset and I don't know, I thought it would be a good idea, but I really do not like this set a whole lot. I do think it is a little bit underrated at how crazy that sounds. I do like how you can kind of swoosh it around your room, but making noises with your mouth is better. So yeah, have a great rest of your day. Check the description. I have a bunch of links in there, and bye.